Most students solve trusses from the supports inward, joint by joint, member by member, slowly. But if you only need the important internal forces, there is a smarter way. In many common trusses, such as Warren and Pratt trusses, the forces that matter most often develop near the center, especially in the top chord and bottom chord. These forces frequently guide the design of the entire truss. So instead of solving everything, we often want to go straight there. The method of joints is excellent, but if the member you need is deep inside the truss, the path can be long. Several joints, many equations, delayed insight. This is where the method of sections begins. We do not solve the whole truss. We cut through it, deliberately. We isolate the part that matters, and we ask it to stand on its own. A good section cut follows simple rules. Cut through the members whose forces you want. No more than 3 unknown members. Then choose the easier side, usually the side with fewer loads. Now comes the real power. Moments. By taking moments about the right point, we can eliminate 2 unknown member forces at once and solve directly for the one we want. Take this Warren truss. It represents a lightweight roof or transit canopy, a structure where the top and bottom chords often carry the most important design forces. We are interested in 3 members near the center, M1 in the top chord, M2 in the diagonal, and M3 in the bottom chord. Before we cut, we start with the reactions. The geometry is symmetric. The loading is symmetric, so the reactions are equal. The total vertical load is 6 loads of 10 kilonewtons plus 1 central load of 20 kilonewtons. That gives 80 kilonewtons. So, AY equals 40 kilonewtons, BY equals 40 kilonewtons, and AX equals 0. Now we cut through the members whose forces we want to find. The cut passes through M1, M2, and a bottom chord member that is symmetric to M3. Because of symmetry, this bottom chord force is the same as the force in M3, so we can solve for it directly. We assume all cut forces act in tension, pulling away from the section. If the answer is positive, the assumption was correct. If the answer is negative, the member is in compression. We also need the truss height. Each diagonal has a length of 3 meters and makes an angle of 60 degrees. So the height is 3 times sine 60. That gives approximately 2.6 meters. This height will become the lever arm for the chord forces. We begin with the force in the bottom chord. To isolate it, we take moments about the top joint where M1 and M2 meet. This is the smart point. Why? Because the forces in M1 and M2 pass through that joint, so they create no moment. Only the bottom chord force remains. Writing moment equilibrium, 10 times 6 plus 10 times 3 minus 40 times 7.5 plus F3 times H equals 0. Substituting H equals 3 sine 60, we get F3 equals 80.8 kilonewtons. The result is positive. So M3 is in tension. Next, we find the force in the top chord, M1. We take moments about the bottom joint N, where M2 and M3 meet. This eliminates M2 and M3. Only M1 remains. The moment equation gives 10 times 7.5 plus 10 times 4.5 plus 10 times 1.5 minus 40 times 9 minus F1 times H equals 0. Solving gives F1 equals minus 86.6 kilonewtons. The negative sign tells us that our tension assumption was wrong, so M1 is in compression. Finally, We find the diagonal force, M2. Now we use vertical equilibrium. On the left section, the upward reaction is 40 kilonewtons. 3 vertical loads of 10 kilonewtons act downward. The remaining vertical balance comes from the diagonal force. So, 40 minus 30 minus F 2 times sine 60 equals 0. Solving gives F2 equals 11.5 kilonewtons. The result is positive. So M2 is in tension. Now, look at the result. M1, the top chord, carries 86.6 kilonewtons in compression. M3, the bottom chord, carries 80.8 kilonewtons in tension. But M2, the diagonal, carries only 11.5 kilonewtons. This is exactly why we care about the center chords. In many Warren and Pratt trusses, the top and bottom chords near midspan carry the largest forces, and those forces guide the design of the whole truss. The method of sections is not about solving more, it is about solving smarter. Choose the right cut, choose the right side, choose the right moment point, and instead of marching joint by joint from the support, you go directly to the force that matters. And this is exactly what we develop throughout the course, physics and structures made simple for architects. Not isolated steps, but clear principles, and a reliable way to approach any problem in statics and strength of materials. If you'd like to continue building intuition, the next lessons are on screen now.